Fear at the moment can be felt wherever you go. I would go as far as to say it's running a riot in the Western world and beyond. It's part of the collective consciousness as we are all growing and expanding faster than our bodies and our minds are able to adjust to. So the resulting discrepancy leaves huge gaps, and these gaps are filled with fear, anxiety, stress, not knowing what to do, more stress, and all those kind of things. These feelings and emotions also then manifest themselves in buildings. Buildings have cell memories just like you and I have, only on a larger scale. So we are all used to working on ourselves. And when you are in fear and in anxiety, it becomes actually very difficult to do even the most simplest of things to get yourself out of it. The reason being is because the energy, when you are in fear, you are, of course, exuding. The energy is, sort of all around you. It's in your auric field, and it's also imprinted in the walls. And the walls hold an accumulation of all the energy because they are not as fast to change as you and I are. So when you then are in fear and anxiety, anger mode, frustration mode, and so on, what you are doing actually, you are feeding the already negative background information that is already there if your space has not been regularly space cleared. So here I've already given you the key word, space clearing. Some form of regular space clearing is perhaps today the best and most effective way of what I call holistic Feng Shui. You can do for yourself and of course, for your environment. It will pay huge, huge dividends, believe you me. And if you are a trader, you are trading on a daily basis. You are through the computer energies, you're bringing electromagnetic radiation into the field, every day. That zaps life force out of the environment. It makes it more susceptible to holding all kinds of negativity, and that builds up unless you do a clearing. It's really no different from washing your hair on a regular basis and changing your underwear every day. So, well, at least I hope you do. So anyway, I'm sure you are getting the point here. So a regular maintenance program is what we need, and and in this case, I'm advocating from own experience. I know that it works best this way, that you are working from the outside in. And we could really say what's first, the chicken or the egg, because when you are looking after your environment, and one of the best ways of doing this, by the way, is through these pyramids, which I create and which are available on my website. More about this in a moment. So when you do that regular maintenance and ensure that your environment is healthy and, shall we say, gives off happy vibes, then you are working in a background that supports you rather than working in a background or living in a background that will act as a trigger every time you go into negativity. And let's say you've had a bad day at trading, a bad day at work, a bad day with the husband, the wife, and the kids, as these things all happen, or simply you've been out in town and picked up all the negativity and you are bringing it back into your property, on your return from shopping or whatever you have done. If your environment is cared for and looked after, it will hold a higher vibration, which then pulls you in rather than you feeding the energies you have picked up from outside back into the property. So in holistic Feng Shui, we are using methods which are very different from traditional Feng Shui. The reason being very simple. Traditional Feng Shui has lost its effectiveness somewhat, simply because the changes of the earth are so fast and so quick. The magnetic poles are changing, the tectonic plates of the earth are changing faster than they have changed in millions of years. So every time something moves, the entire grid moves with it. So the traditional Feng Shui method simply, cannot hold up with it and need adjusting all the time. So we are using a combination of consciousness work with the pyramids and also some rock crystal sculptures to first of all create a very powerful visual impact, and then in the case of the pyramids, use them for contemplation and meditation purposes. And I can tell you from my own experience, and in that sense, I guess, I'm, my best testimonial. It's incredibly powerful. It works. It certainly works for me every time. I perhaps in part also for the work I do when I do space clearing and things. Sometimes I go into people's properties, not that often. Most of the work is done online, and it's actually for me the best way to work. But when I go into properties, sometimes things are touched, they need to be cleared, and in the meantime can feel very, very uncomfortable. Happened to me a few days ago. Got caught completely off guard going into a property, somebody who was actually, in my field of work, doing personal development work, and I was surprised about the negative energies that had attached in the property. So the pyramids have got immense organizing power. That's the first thing. My pyramids have got a lot of gold and also silver in it. Gold is the healing energy of love. Silver is simply a healing, purifying, and cleansing energy. It's used actually a lot to deal with bacteria and even viruses, where traditional medicine, just orthodox medicine just doesn't work too well. So then there are crystals in there, and what happens? The electromagnetic properties of the pyramid are intensified through the shape, literally the shape of the pyramid, because everything is pushed to the electromagnetic reaction in the pyramid is compressed through the shape and through the materials, the resins and things, which is pressing on the various materials in the pyramid, which then pushes it to the top and sends out a very strong energy that connects with the cosmos, with the ether. So when just by holding the pyramid, for example, or having it on your lap, you can't see me doing this now, but say, if I were to put it on my heart and you do that for a while, the pyramid takes on any negativity. If we send out this intention and ask for the negativity to be transmuted, it will be transmuted and will go through the tip into the cosmos. If that is then combined with a breathing technique, which it'll take too long to explain here, but it comes with a manual I have produced, which you can download if you were to purchase one of these pyramids. It explains in very simple terms how to get into this breathing technique, and it amplifies the beneficial effect of the cleansing and harmonizing, which of course the pyramid really is all about. It's a tool that amplifies your intention to cleanse, harmonize, and transmute negative energy into beneficial life force giving energy. So when you do this, you establish a regular routine, um, you will be surprised how quickly you can transmute energy. With that said, I invite you to visit my website, thebuddhisttrader.com. On the product page, you'll find the pyramids for sale, as well as my holistic Feng Shui course, in which I explain how you can create these pyramids yourself, and I give you many other incredibly useful tools how you can do your own maintenance. Please do take a look. If you enjoyed this video, please share it with others. It is utterly important these days, more than anything else, that this information goes out there and that more people learn the at least the basics of how to do maintenance in their environments, because when you do so, you're not helping yourself, your own environment, and everybody living and working in it, but you are also helping the planet. Thank you for watching this video.